Okay, we're going to get started. Welcome to the Legislative Committee on Legislative Rules. Today, January 22nd, 2026. Before we get started here, I'd like to do the introductions. It's on to my left.
Bradley Showman, Office of Legislative Counsel.
Representative Mark Higley, representing the Orleans Lamoille District.
And Senator Rob Plunkett, Bennington District.
Representative Carol Odie, Burlington.
Representative Acceptance, Randolph. Senator
Scott Beck, Caledonia District.
Good morning, Senator David Weeks, representing Rutland County.
Representative Purvis World, I represent Underhill and Jericho, and
City Assistant Lindsay Schreier.
Damian Leonard from the Office of Legislative Counsel.
thank you. First item on the agenda, minutes from January 15, 2026. There are meeting to approve. Vote here. Sign the weeks. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. All right, first rule we have up today is 25P35, and this is the rule regarding the installation, construction, operation, aggregation of energy storage facilities. You've been in here, it's your third visit with us. Welcome. Good to see you again. And we had sort of prolonged the discussion because of some changes that I believe the Representative Lee was interested in pursuing with you. And I think that we've had memos from you. So why don't you come up and maybe you can explain, or Representative Higley, would you like to speak first?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, first I'd just like to say thank you to the team that worked with some of my suggestions. And again, it's based off, I think I'd mentioned it the last couple of times in regards to reaching out to my police chief and other fire departments in the area, a real concern about making sure they get the proper training. What was addressed, I think, is acceptable to me and others. Another thing I'd just like to say is through my conversations in regards to all this with Vermont Electric Co-op and Green Mountain Power, regardless of what happens here, they said that they're going to make sure that they reach out and do an update. It sounds like maybe annually. Yeah.
They annually with updates.
So that's something else that I think has come out of this process in the positive. So again, I'm supportive of the new language, and yeah, hopefully we can move forward.
Okay. You're making a motion?
I will make a motion that
Well, actually, before we do that, are there any other questions? Comments?
I make a motion, we approve 25P035 of the Utility Commission's Rule 9, rule regarding the installation, construction, operation, and aggregation of energy storage facilities with the changes proposed on a memo dated January 21st, 2026. And again, it's what is highlighted. I don't know, Damian or whoever, just how that needs to be addressed, but I would include that in my motion.
Yes, the motion would include both with the changes proposed in the memo dated January 21st, 2026. I don't believe there were any changes proposed in the January 14th memo, so you just need to include the January 21st.
We have a motion from Representative Higley. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, next up we have Rule 25, P31, best management practices for the use of neonicotinoid treated article seeds and neonic pesticides. This is also the end of if you want to come up. I think we've heard all the testimony around this rule. Certainly there's some controversy and tension around this rule, particularly around, legislative intent. We have mixed feedback from committees of jurisdiction regarding this. I think there were opportunities along the way for folks who have weighed in on the rule process that wasn't taken by those entities and individuals. I feel is unfortunate. But we have a role to do here as a committee. And anyway, so before we proceed to any kind of a motion, I'd like to open up the floor to the committee if anyone wants to provide any comment or ask any additional questions. I will add one thing here. Actually, I didn't take, I was going to go back and look at the legislation, the bill. Is there a report mechanism in this bill, Bradley or Damian, do you know? Or you,
Yeah, speaking on Alan Director of the Division of Planning for Agriculture Food Markets, there is a report required from the Agricultural Innovation Board on an annual basis. So on an annual basis, that's provided in the legislature, includes any considerations that were made or will be made going forward.
that's annual?
And, yeah, that's what I can submit it for this year, or for last year.
Unless there's an objection from any members of the committee, I would suggest that we draft a memo to both your agency and the board, suggesting that we make sure that we include a reference to education and outreach activities around this rule on an annual basis, both in terms of what that looks like, effectiveness of that, things like that. But I'll work with council on that. So without objection from any members, good with that. So are there any additional comments, questions?
Make a motion then?
Representative Hickley?
So I move that we approve 25 PO 31 Agency of Agriculture Food Markets Best Management Practices for the use of neonics treated article seeds and neonic pesticides with the changes proposed by the Agency of Agriculture in the memorandum dated January 13th, 2026.
Comments, questions?
Stated. Yes, on the motion. Because I think. Or it's really hard to say definitively what it's. He has. It's a policy committee, it's something that's for us, it's something matter of what the legislation is more. So I agree. But I should go yes.
Saying nothing, any other comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And we'll be back in touch with you about
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
memo. And we'll send that memo to the committee's jurisdiction also.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, next up. We have, Rule 25, P 39 Vermont Saves Program Rule. We just saw ahead and stable that we don't have anyone here.
Oh.
Can you reach out to both of them and we'll give it 5 minutes? If we can't connect with folks, then we'll adjourn this meeting and they'll be on the next week's agenda. I think we're okay timing wise, aren't we? With the rule? Section of the rule.
Yeah, it's good.
Our 45-day review period for the Vermont Saves Rule ends February 5th, so we are okay if we have to move it.
Thank you, Mike. What?
Message sent.
That's it.
Would you like- You're a squirrel.
Yes.
Want to continue to stream or do you want to take a break?
Oh, take a break, please.
Okay.